All right, Sean, I've got some other questions that are not necessarily technology or product related. And I want to talk a little bit more about your business. As a president of R&D Automation, how has digital prototyping helped you win business, drive revenue, open up new opportunities? Tell us a little bit about that.
As we kind of mentioned before, it's hard to convince people to buy a product that doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. So we need to be able to show people what their machine is going to look like before they even sign a PO sometimes. Now, of course, we can't engineer the whole thing, but we can use some of the tools in Inventor to give them a rough idea of what the machine is going to look like. We can also leverage some of our past designs.
So give me an example of maybe a project that you worked on where you caught something in the design phase, being able to visualize the change that would have potentially caused you some huge problems had you caught that out in the shop or even on site.
Yeah, we did a large robot project out in Oklahoma a couple years ago, and being able to simulate the movement of the robot, we found that there's actually a dead spot in the robot. So early on, by having that in Inventor, we were able to simulate the movement of the robot and determine, wait, we can't go left, we have to go right. So we were able to reposition the robot and do a few other things that, honestly, if we'd gotten into the field, we would have been around scratching our heads going, all right, what are we going to do now? We've got to completely redesign the cell to be able to accommodate.
Doug mentioned that you guys are thinking about going to a standard product line to help support your custom business. How do you feel Autodesk digital prototyping is going to help differentiate you in a highly competitive market?
Honestly, time to market and price are the two big things. So using things like iLogic and iAssemblies and even some custom VB code attached into Inventor is going to allow us to be able to generate these standard products honestly instantaneously. Being able to develop a machine that's ready to go to be metal being cut in a matter of minutes. Yeah, it may take you some time to set that up, but every time you sell that machine, you can give people quotes in a matter of a day.
So, I like to consider ourselves, Autodesk, a partner with R&D and all of our customers for that matter. What are some of the things that we could do better to help you or companies like yourself get to market faster?
Well, I think the big thing, I'm kind of excited about some of the new factory design suite that's coming out. That's a tool that, honestly, our customers need that more than we do, but I think we can also leverage a lot of that to help our customers figure out what they need to do in their factory lines. At the same time, the next generation beyond that, I think, would be full machine simulation. I think that's the holy grail, is being able to simulate the actual entire machine within the digital prototyping space, and maybe even start to kind of write some of that PLC or PC code, and then be able to take that to the shop floor. It's just going to speed up our process even more, so it's going to make us even more competitive.
That's interesting. You think that'll significantly reduce the time that you spend out in the shop, or is that less time PLC design? Where do you see the time savings in that?
As great as 3D is, and as many views as you can get, sometimes you just don't see that mechanical issue until you get out on the floor. Being able to simulate things and get the timing right, especially when you're talking about some high-speed machinery, allows you to see those problems ahead of time. And even if you don't see them, it allows you to look at those key areas that might require a little bit more time.
So, Sean, I really appreciate the things that you've done in the community to help grow our community. We hope to continue this level of partnership and providing you guys the technology that you need so you can achieve your objectives, grow your business, and keeping your customers happy. So thanks for sharing this bit with us.
Well, thanks for coming down. Anytime.
So I had a great day in Why Don't I Live Here, Sarasota, Florida, working with R&D Automation, which is the 2010 Autodesk Inventor of the Year recipient. And one of the things I learned while working here with the guys is, the unique components that they build. They're so unique that this customer in particular, I'd love to be able to tell you what it does and how it improves their time to market and their quality and specifically the components within it and the value that it brings to R&D's customer, but I can't because they see it as such a competitive differentiator. So I really look forward to working with Sean and his team on seeing how they take their digital prototyping best practices from their customization side of their business and moving that forward to their more standard product line. So I am in Florida after all, and I did bring my swim trunks and my flippy floppies, so I'm hitting the beach. See you guys next time.